with the lights on.
You go. Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly,
Poppin' Off.
I don't give a damn.
Oh, wow.
Classic. That's a classic.
Wow. Is that Gone with the Wind?
Somebody's parents is in the control room. Right?
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
classic.
it's definitely somebody's grandparents are in the
Yeah.
control room. Welcome into Poppin' Off. I am Danny Otto. Joining with me tonight, it's the one, the only, Danos.
Hey, hi. It's been a while.
It
nice to
has
see
been
you.
a while.
Yeah.
Been with us as always.
Nice to see you too.
Hey.
50 Shades Greg.
You could be anywhere doing anything. Thank you for being here, doing us.
I like the accent you put on that one,
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
on each word. That was good. I like that
you.
one. You put real heart into it. I like
I think I meant that one.
emphasis on every
Sometimes
word.
I just phone it in.
Fine.
Oh yeah,
like that.
absolutely.
Yeah, most of them, I think.
Like the one where you didn't even feel like moving your mouth, so you
No,
had
so I
somebody else
just-
downstairs do it for
Yeah.
you.
That was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how have you been?
Do we have time to talk
We
about
don't
Yes.
have time. We
Oh,
have
I've been-
so much to
don't
get
have
to.
time.
Overworked.
Yeah.
I'll tell you all about it.
Oh, we can
Yeah.
go share stories about being overworked.
Oh.
By the way, buddy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
some of us don't get to have cool trip stories where they get to talk to famous
now.
people about things. Some of us just get pushed into a control room and overworked.
Yeah.
Boring stuff.
Yeah.
I think I might have switched with you last week.
Really?
Yeah, I think I might have. It was fun, but my back is still hurting. I've entered phase 4 in my life where I turned 43. That's phase 4. I'm almost dead.
That's phase
Phase 4.
We'll call that level 4. I don't know if it's phase 4. We'll call
Level
it
4 and a level
4.
5. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, my dad's at level 6.
He is?
So, yes.
Oh, he had afterlives.
yeah.
He'll make it to level 8, level 9 type of thing before he's worried about after scenes.
I think I'll make it to level 5, and
This
that's
got
it.
real dark real fast.
Yeah.
We should
That's
not be doing this at the opening of the show.
Yeah.
But how have you been? Seriously, how was your 4th? How was it? We caught up on Tuesday, and you weren't here, so I want to give you that opportunity. How was your 4th of July? How was your 4th of July weekend? I know you came back a lot later because I don't know if hashtag Megatron told you this, but we had this plan where we were going to show up at the
I
airport.
heard about this.
Yeah. It was a good plan.
Yeah. Would have been amazing.
I wanted
Would've
to hold
been.
up a placard.
I don't even know.
It said Danos.
I don't even know what day 4th of July fell on. That's how.
Thursday.
A Thursday? I got back, Tuesday? I fell asleep for 2 days.
Dang.
After I got
Oh,
back.
I don't blame you.
Dang.
Yeah.
2 days out of it.
Yeah.
So it was like a blip,
Wow.
Yeah. I fall
You
asleep
know.
for I fall asleep
I
for
got
2
it.
days if I have to help somebody move.
All right, guys, we're out of time for the first segment, but here's what I want to say. We have a very, very cool special guest coming up right after this who's going to help us do a little bit of a San Diego Comic-Con preview. That's the tease.
Love it.
After the break, you're going to find out who I'm talking about. He's been on the show. He's talked in the Facebook group. Everybody
he's
knows
here.
him. Now he's here by Skype. Stay tuned. We're popping off right after this with a special guest.
It's Poppin' Off.
Zombieland 2 officially starts production in January. Since I walked out of the theater of Zombieland 1, I've been excited for Zombieland 2.
Fans have been too. They wanted a sequel right away. You got Woody, you got Jesse, you got Emma, you got Abigail all coming back. And there's going to be 2 possible new little intros of guest stars.
Interesting.
He'll bring Bill Murray back as a zombie.
They have to.
Watch live on the FNTSY YouTube stream. It's Poppin' Off.
If you had to cast a real life Bob's Burger, who would you cast?
I would cast the same people. Who else can you see making Bob's Burgers except for the people that are voicing Bob's Burgers?
They have to cast everybody as the same cast. H. John Benjamin looks a lot like Bob. If you just dye his hair, what's left of it.
You realize how the movie would be of having the mom be a man.
But have you watched his videos on YouTube? He makes a great woman.
What
He
does
looks
the guy
How's
that
it
plays
on-
Tina look like?
and
He looks like Tina.
so this is perfect.
Watch live on the FNTSY YouTube stream.
Welcome into Poppin' Off! I am Danny Otto. Toronto. Joining with me tonight, it's the one, the only, Danos. 50 Shades Greg.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Hi.
And I want to see if this works. Now, we haven't had Pete for a little while, so I don't know if our Skype actually works, but I just want to make sure. So let's try this. Joining with us via Skype, it's one of our good friends, one of my good friends, Sully from Funko.
Sully!
That's what he
What's
looks
up,
like.
mother trucker?
Hi.
How's everybody doing?
Good, buddy. How
Really
are you?
good.
I'm doing good. I'm getting prepped for SDCC, so it's all about there's so many to-do items right now.
Oh my God.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, you don't say that you're getting ready for San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh.
I didn't
A
know
little
that
show
was in a
coming up.
week.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Is that your collection back there?
That's just a
That is,
fraction.
a little sample.
Oh
Yeah,
A
my
little
that's a
God.
sample.
sample.
Something.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just what he wants us to see.
That's
Oh
as
my
much as it can fit in the screen. Yeah.
So Sully, I have to ask, how have all the cons been? Like, I mean, it's crazy because like I kind of just follow you on Instagram and Facebook, so I know you're everywhere as far as like the cons and stuff like that. But how has it been for you? I guess like all the cons so far. I mean, you were at ECC, you were at E3, you were at you've been at everything so far. But how has it been so far this year?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, honestly, I love doing what I do and getting to travel around the country and talk with other fanatics all over and then
Yeah.
sell the exclusives. People come in and they light up like Christmas when they get access to the exclusives. So it's
Yeah.
always a good ride.
I have to say this. My favorite part of New York City Comic Con last year was being able to stand inside the Funko booth with Sully
Yeah.
and just watching like the chaos unfold around it.
It is chaos, isn't it?
It was
Yeah.
insane. Sully,
Wow.
I hope that you'll allow us this year to come in also and to just stand there for a few minutes. Just to take it all in was incredible.
Yeah.
So if we have the opportunity again, I'd love to do that again. Just because it was just chaos and it was fun.
Crazy nerds.
You guys were good guests. You used your manners while you were in the booth, so we might have you back.
I didn't touch.
Oh,
I didn't
thanks,
touch
buddy.
anything. I did
Yeah.
very well. I
Yeah.
kept my hands to myself. I wanted to grab a couple of the Funkos just for myself, and I was very mannered. I
Yes.
used my manners.
I had
You
you
were.
keeping an eye on you just in case.
I know. I know.
Love it.
So being that it is the week before San Diego Comic-Con, and I just want to thank you so much for joining us. I know it's not the week of craziness yet, but I know you already are probably in that prep craziness mode.
Right.
You're getting ready for the insanity that's going to be San Diego Comic-Con, and arguably the biggest of the Comic-Cons. Like it's definitely San Diego and then New York. It's not neck and neck. San Diego is by far the biggest.
It is.
Um,
It is. Yeah.
but
Isn't Dragon Con pretty big too? I heard Drag. Is that still going on?
oh yeah,
I don't know.
definitely.
I never made it to Dragon Con myself. I've heard great things about it, but that one's a very
Wow.
different con from what I understand.
But here's what I wanted to ask. Just going back a little bit. E3. This is something that I've never had like any experience with
I'm
going
so
in person.
sorry. I've been to like 8 of them.
I know.
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But I got to live a little bit through Sully, who was kind of Instagramming a lot of photos and kind of just talking about all the swag that he was getting and all the stuff he was going to and the video games he was able to kind of
Sure.
play demos of. And I was super jealous. But how was your experience at E3? How did that whole thing go? Did you go as – I know you were there for Funko, but did you get the opportunity to kind of just go for
Yeah,
As
fan.
Sully. Did you go as Sully?
Yeah,
Yeah.
as a fan.
You know, as the guy from Monsters Inc., right?
Yeah. yeah.
No, it was great. I went as a fan first, and then as a Funko employee. I actually
Okay.
went into the lottery with everybody else, and I was fortunate enough to get the Xbox Fan Fest pass.
Awesome.
Oh,
yeah,
which
I
gave me
saw
access
that.
to that whole Sunday lineup of craziness, all the big world premiere reveals.
Yeah.
And it was
Amazing.
totally worth it. That was one of the best experiences of my life.
What?
Got to see so many cool things. We got to meet so many cool people. We got hands-on with Gears 5 and Borderlands 3, and it was
Awesome.
outstanding. So
Wow.
What's the standout to you? What game?
You know, honestly, I'm a big Gears fan. I'm looking forward to Gears 5, but that Borderlands 3 just looks superb. I cannot wait to get in there and start playing that one.
I'm telling you, we need to do 2 to get ready for 3.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I just don't have a copy of Gear.
Yeah.
I mean, a copy of Borderlands.
Huh.
I played it a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
On 360.
I'll play it again.
I remember playing it on 360.
Gears or Borderlands 3 looked amazing.
Oh, it definitely. It looks. I mean, Halo will always have a special place in my heart. So.
Same.
Even the very small cinematic trailer that we got from that, I was all over it, and that's all I wanted.
Me and you cried. I remember.
Yeah,
We cried.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We wept over that.
Look at that. He's pointing at Master Chief.
Yep.
There it is.
Do you have so?
Oh, Halo 2 will always be my game.
Oh, absolutely.
nice.
I was telling
The
Greg.
Arbiter.
So our very own Greg I mean, he does a lot of voiceovers and stuff like that, for video games. One of which is Halo, and he was telling us on Tuesday that he actually voiced something on the early Halos.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to get into that.
Yeah, well, we were just going to talk about it off air.
I know. But
But-
now Sully's here, and now we know that he likes Halo also.
Well, okay, we can talk about it, but I
just want to know who you voice.
Yeah, it's just you're just going to learn about my ignorance about video games and what I've actually done.
I feel like it's even better that you don't know the character.
I don't know what game it was. I was at one of the sergeants that was like training the groups or battalions or whatever they're called in Halo to go out.
I might have got you killed a couple times.
Here's the thing. I am dying.
Is it 3?
We need to do this.
I don't remember.
We need to do this so badly. We need to go back. You were supposed to get my Master Chief collection.
I did. Pete locked his door. I couldn't get in.
That son
I
of a
busted
bitch.
through it, looked through his stuff. He wasn't there.
We need to go through this. We need to go through this. And Sully, you can join us online if you'd like to do this. But we should go through Halo 1 through 3. And
Done.
See if we can find Greg's
Done.
voice.
Oh my God.
This is the only way we'll be able to find it is if we just play through all 3 of them. So I think we should
Just
do
a light
this.
afternoon.
Yeah.
You'd be like detectives.
Yeah, all 3.
Yeah, I believe the line is like, sack up, you maggots. You know, that it
You
goes,
say that so much.
goes on
I know
for
that's
the day.
that's regular.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Sully, moving into San Diego Comic-Con, which I'm so excited for, and going through the announcements that have come out. And by the way, you and I are going to have an off-air discussion about the 2 Rick and Morty reveals that still have not happened yet, because they're concerning season 4 of Rick and Morty. So they're just giving us outlines of characters. But we do have a board of the shared exclusives, a giant board of shared exclusives. Guys, could you throw that board up for us really quick?
Oh,
There it is.
What?
There is a shit
Oh
ton
my God.
of shared exclusives.
Wow.
Now, I doubled up the board just so that it was easier for us to see everything, but
Yeah.
there is a 2-pack that I am more excited about than anything else. And some people would say, you know, it's the 2-pack of the vegan guards from Scott Pilgrim, because a lot of people know that I love Scott Pilgrim.
Sure.
But it's
We
not.
love Scott Pilgrim.
We love Scott Pilgrim.
Yes.
But it is not that, in fact. It is the 2-pack glow-in-the-dark Kane and Kodos from The Simpsons.
Oh, wow.
Which, as soon as it got announced, I said, I don't care where it's going. I found out it was a shared exclusive. I said, I don't care where it's going. I will stay up for 2 days to make sure that I get
my
this
God.
online. I don't care.
God.
Now, it's going to GameStop, so I'm super excited because GameStop is usually relatively good about when they release and being able to get it and stuff like that. But it brings me to my question. Sully, what are you most excited about for this year's San Diego Comic-Con reveals? Like, what do you have to get? Because I know you're a Funko fan. I know this. That's why I always appreciate when you have a chance to talk to us and when me and you get to chat and stuff like that. Because it's not just like, oh, I love them all. It's, I'm definitely going after this, but they're all awesome, but I'm definitely going after this.
Right.
That's why I wanted to ask.
Well, a couple things. First of all, that Kane Kodos, the 2-pack, you've got to see those pops in person. That image that you just showed does no justice to
I
the
know.
size.
Yeah.
I know.
Massive. They're
Yep.
so big and so beautiful. It's a perfect 2-pack.
I'm so excited for them.
But-
You have no idea.
I thought you might ask this question. So I raided one of our rooms before I left Funko HQ, and I brought a few.
my God.
What is that?
Holy crap! Holy crap!
not.
Dope,
Big Bang
dude.
Theory is
Dope.
Justice League Aquaman on the seahorse.
So
Dope.
Look at that.
So
Dope.
I've got on record in
Dope.
saying this in our Facebook group, and so you might have actually seen me post about this. I had a conversation with our #1fan Martin. I love early seasons of Big Bang Theory. My dad knows also because me and him both loved early seasons.
Daddy
And so
Otto.
yeah, Daddy Otto. So this is one of the early. This is within seasons 1 through 5, I believe, was the Halloween episode when they're going to the comic book shop and they're all dressing up as Justice League characters and stuff like that. I want these really bad, but here's the problem: I don't just want to get one. I have to get the whole set. So I might need help.
So you have that collector blood in you as well.
But it's not even that because there's a lot of lines out there.
There it is. There it is. Look at Sully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are incredible.
Yeah.
The entire
Thanks, Sully.
The entire line is awesome because it's all of them dressed up as Justice League characters. And it's only this because there's plenty of lines where I'm like, oh, I just want this one. I just want that one. Stuff like that. But I don't want one of these. Like, the only way I'm getting them is if I can get the entire collection. The problem is they are shared. The problem is I don't know if I'm going to be able to because they're all individual. It's not like I can just get a 5-pack.
Sully, do they ever do collections, or do you think they ever will do collections? Do you know what I mean? Like a box,
sell
like a
'em?
DVD box set where there's.
I think you can pre-order that. You can pre-order and get a box. I walked into GameStop where somebody's pre-ordered.
Sadly, they're not going to GameStop.
Oh, those ones are.
These are not shared exclusives with GameStop. I believe they're Target exclusives or Walmart exclusives.
Walmart.
Do you have Florida
There have
Man
been sets
exclusive?
that are multiple pops in one box.
Right.
Where there'll be 4 or even 8 all together. But as far as like a bundle that you get them all, that's up to the retailer. And a lot of times they don't do it. I'm not sure why.
That's why I was really hoping that this group, the Big Bang Theory, was going to be a Funko shop because usually the Funko shop is pretty fair with how they release them and stuff like that. And they'll either offer them single and then an option to get like 5 as a bundle or 3 as a bundle or something like that on the day of the con exclusive releases type of thing, the shared exclusives. They'll give you a bundle option where you can get all of them type of thing.
Right.
So you don't have to just worry about getting like buying them all individually. But they're
I
not
love
shared
the
with-
hunt. I love hunting for things like that.
That's
why I don't do online. I find it at a store, I buy it.
Yeah.
You do online?
No. That's interesting.
Well, here's the thing. If I definitely have to get it, like Canon Kodos, I'm ordering it online. I don't care. I have to get them. But like I said, I may need help from the population or maybe Sully, something like that, or Funko in general, to get this entire collection because I can't. I'm gonna be upset if I'm ordering like Sheldon and Leonard.
He's looking around right now.
Yeah.
Like
If I'm getting Sheldon and Leonard and then the rest, and then like Penny sells out or.
I'm sure you're gonna find them all.
I gotta get. I have to have all the set, the whole set.
Sully, how many pops are there? I don't know if you have that number.
How do you ask that?
I don't know. There's
Good
a couple
question.
questions I want to ask you.
Good question.
First of all, how many
We've
pops
been
are
asked
there?
this quite a few times, and I don't have a final tally.
Do you have
But if you go to our Funko app now, you can look through them all, and there have to be a couple 3,000 at least.
about 3,000,
At
right?
I believe that.
Okay.
I'm taking a pretty big guess at it, but I feel like it's somewhere in that ballpark.
All right. Now, who makes the decision? How many people make the decisions on going in? Like, okay, we're going to do Lost, for instance. You guys did Lost, the TV show, which I want to thank you for.
Yeah.
Who makes that decision?
It actually comes from a lot of different angles. Sometimes it comes from the higher ups in our company who have become fans of something, and they'll reach out and go, "We want to do your show. Can we?" And they'll say yes. Sometimes it's the licensors, the movie studios or television studios that'll come to us and say, "We've got this thing. We want you to make pops for it. Do it." Sometimes it comes from the fans. We're always listening to fans online, and if they're screaming enough for something, we'll take it up the flagpole and say, "Hey, can we do this?" And they'll say, "Let's take a shot at it. Let's do it. Let's see what happens."
And
Oh, okay. I didn't want to interrupt you.
I just want to I looked at all the pops. Every time I go out, I look at the pops and I overhear people talking and everything, and they have almost every license. The one thing I haven't seen, Nintendo figures for pops. That's the only thing.
Yep.
Is that
Yeah,
on the
that is
horizon?
one we've been after for a long time, but
Oh my
they
God.
haven't wanted to work with us yet.
Yes, that is the key word. I think they will.
I think one of the cracks into Nintendo is the fact that Pokemon has just started happening.
Can you imagine if they said yes to Pops? How many Pokemon Pops would
They did
sell?
say yes.
Oh, Mario and Luigi.
We started with the beginnings. We got Pikachu, we got Bulbasaur.
Wait,
we
so
got
those are
Charmander.
Pops?
They started with them.
Oh my God.
We're gonna get Mewtwo and Mew and Squirtle.
You let me know when Dry Bones comes with a tennis rack. They're gonna Mario Tennis Edition.
We didn't get Nintendo. We got Pokemon right now.
I think
But
Nintendo.
They're starting with Pokemon. I feel like that's just kind of an edge in. But Sully, one other question I wanted to ask you. So not only like licenses for like lines of Pops, but there is an exclusive that just got announced. That is not exactly a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but it kind of brings me to the question: how do exclusives kind of get divvied out? Because Fugitive Toys just announced an Andy Dwyer pop where he's wearing a T-shirt that says Mouse Rat on it, and it's exclusive to Fugitive Toys, and they're only going to have them in their mystery bundles at cons, so you don't even know if you're going to get it. But also, you have to buy it in at con. They're not going to have them on. But it just kind of it made me wonder, like, how do those exclusives kind of get divvied out? Did they come to you and go like, "Oh, we want to do a Parks and Rec exclusive, Andy? Can we do this?" Or do you just say like, "Hey, we want to do this exclusive. Who wants it?" type of thing? Like, how does that kind of come about?
I mean, I'm not in those conversations, but it seems like it's a little bit of both from the stories I hear. I get to talk to our licensing team, and sometimes they'll already have in mind certain ones they want to do. And like you said, they'll shop around and talk to the different retailers and say, "Do you want this one?" And sometimes the retailers will come to us and say, "We've got this great idea. Can you make it happen?" And we'll work that way as well.
Wow.
Very cool.
I like the Pops with the shirts now. I got a Beetlejuice Pop with a shirt.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Comes with a shirt?
It came with the shirt.
The Pop T-shirt bundles. They got a lot of them coming out. Yeah.
Are there going to ever be interactive Pops where, let's say,
They have light up ones.
light up ones or ones that actually move, or if you squeeze like the Flurkin cat from Miss Marvel, if you squeeze that pop, things come out the mouth. Just things like that. Anything like that, or you probably can't tell us that, right?
I mean, I haven't seen anything in the works, but we're always trying different form factors. Like behind me, you see the Dorbs. There's the Cuphead vinyl. There's the different Freddy vinyls over there, the plush.
Any of them talk yet?
Yep.
I think we
It
broke
seems
them.
like a matter of time before we do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think a step in that direction is 100% the light up ones.
You know what would be a good line for Walmart to have? We were talking about this. Florida Man Pops.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think?
Ripping urinals out of toilet,
Exactly, right?
Yeah, and like stabbing folks in the eye face.
What do you think about that, Sully?
I know you follow the show, and so I know that you already know that we do a Florida man story of the night. I would love the opportunity.
Could you imagine Florida Man Pops?
If we could do a custom line of Florida Man
dude,
Pops.
there should be a guy on a riding lawnmower trying to have sex with an alligator.
Yes.
I don't know if that
should
would be
do
for
it.
general release.
Yeah, it's one of those.
I won't say
it's
you're
a double
alone,
pop.
but you're probably on your own.
Yeah.
At least for now.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So, I have a question, and if you can't answer it, I totally understand. Because I know there are just certain things you can't give away.
Yeah.
But how early in advance do you guys kind of get like the inner office memos or even like inner office like rumors of what the next con exclusives are going to be like?
Sully just texted me. He said, "Tell him to be quiet." Oh, sorry. That's what he did. I'm sorry.
But my question is, so like San Diego Comic-Con is next week. Like, are you already starting to get like word of these are going to be the ones for New York City Comic-Con? Like, don't say anything, but hey, we're probably going to do this. Like, do you get those that early,
In
or
other
do you
words,
find
do you have
out?
sensitive information?
Blink twice.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna. I'm not gonna confirm anything, but yeah, it takes a while once these things are designed and approved for them to get produced and shipped from overseas. So we can see months in advance sometimes what those are. I choose to stay out of those systems and not look, because if I see it and then I'm having a conversation with somebody, I may accidentally leak something. So I don't want to know. I stay out.
Oh,
smart.
I like so Sully and I every once in a while will go back and forth by email, and I think it was it was either for Endgame or Infinity War, where you hadn't seen it yet. So I said there was a part that I was asking if there was a pop for, but I couldn't tell you. I couldn't ruin it.
Wow.
But I was like, oh no, it was for Captain Marvel. I was like, I already saw a pop released, but he hadn't seen it yet. So I was like, I want to know if you know about this pop because I want to get it, but I don't know when it's coming out. And it was actually for this pop right here. For Goose. Yeah, Goose the cat. Which I love.
Right.
If we can give
a rats in the mouth.
And by the way, I have to say I love the fact that this was not the chase, because if this were the chase, then I would have had to spend extra to
What's the chase mean?
Chase means it's a special one. It's 1 in 6 or 1 in 10 or 1 in 36. It's just a rarer version. It's kind of, it has a different
chase.
part of it.
I like that one.
But this is the original, and I love this one better than the chase. The chase doesn't have the Tesseract in it. Tesseract actually glows. So I love that this was the common, so it was easier to get, because this is the one I wanted.
Nice.
I love that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. What are you doing?
Sully, what was your first pop?
My very first one actually was a gift I bought for my wife. It was Hermie from one of those Christmas animated films.
Nice.
And I got that for her and set it on a shelf, and I kept looking at it going, that thing is so cool, and I know they've got to make more, and I started down the rabbit hole, and before I knew it, I owned 200 of them.
I own 2. He owns 200.
Now he's one of the major faces of Funko.
Yeah.
My God, Sully, if I started collecting pops, my paychecks, I won't have a paycheck anymore.
Yeah.
Is it worth it, you think? Should I do that?
Should I do that?
I mean,
it's up to
if
you.
you enjoy it, then absolutely it's worth it. I mean, it depends on why you go into it.
The Sully from Funko says, yes, you should buy all of the Funko Pops you can buy. The Sully person is probably saying,
do
hey.
it if you enjoy it.
Are there international pops that I need to worry about, like exclusive?
International exclusives, yes, sir.
There are. See what I'm. God.
They're. Don't you throw out Admiral Quacks? He did nothing wrong.
You're not going to be able to get everything down.
This is Admiral Quacks, by the way.
I just don't know that you could.
Fun fact: this is Admiral Quacks, and we usually put him behind the helmets so that no one could see them. But Danos always grabs him and throws him in his drink or throws him around.
Yeah.
I've had this thing for forever. It's not a Funko. It's nothing. It's literally a rubber ducky with a pirate hat on.
Yeah.
It's part of the show.
Make a Funko out of that?
Don't ruin
We
it.
do have one question for Sully in control, if that's cool, guys.
Absolutely. What's up?
Yeah, so Sully, one question we have is, this is kind of backtracking, but you were talking about all the prep for San Diego Comic-Con. And I know there's so much, so it's narrow it down to one. What's one big challenge that you think you have as well as other distributors? Is there one thing that you're all right, this is what we have to nail that's really challenging getting ready? Because we're always interested what you guys go through for these Comic-Cons.
I think the big one is trying to make as many fans as possible happy. I mean, that's one of the reasons you see the shared exclusives now. That's something we didn't do 5 years ago. We want to make sure that people that don't even get to attend the con have access. But then at the con, you can imagine with 130,000 people at San Diego Comic-Con, we want to get as many into the booth as possible. And for many people, it seems like we're trying to keep them out when we're really just trying to keep them in a nice steady flow in there so they have access to the product. And every year we learn something. Every con we learn something. We tweak something. We look at the numbers a little differently. So that in the background, we're always analyzing that data to see what we can make for a better experience for everybody. And that can be really challenging because sometimes you try things and it doesn't work. Sometimes you do and you're like, nailed it. Let's move on. What's the next thing we can tackle?
That makes sense.
I mean, it's really cool. Their booth, I do have to say this. So I've been to New York City Comic Con 2 years now. And their booth really is, whether you're part of the lottery and you're able to line up and be there, or you're just walking past, it's always something you have to see. Because it's always very cool. It's all lit up bright, and there's tons of Funkos. It's awesome. I made a point to make sure I walked by it. The year before, Sully, before we were really even we knew each other, or were talking or anything like that, I made a point to walk around it and just kind of get a lap and just kind of take it all in. Luckily, last year, I mean, we knew each other. You gave us the awesome opportunity of Pete and I being able to stand inside the booth and just kind of experience it from a different angle. But it's a thing to make sure you see no matter what. It's awesome.
When's the movie coming out?
Oh,
the Funko Pop
movie.
I mean, we can all dream about something like that happening.
It's
but
happening.
as
You
far
guys
as
are taking
seeing
over the world.
Seeing the booths. Even as a fan, I used to do the same thing. I'd walk around the con, and whether I got into it or not, I would always go by, take a couple photos. Just seeing it in person. is
Exactly.
like, seeing one of the wonders of the world. And this year, I can't leak anything yet, even though we're really close. But we are taking it to another level. It's going to be beyond anything you can imagine or have seen in the past. So just wait. A week from now, you'll start seeing.
All right.
So cool. So,
Love it.
Sully, we're out of time for this segment. I wanted to ask, do you want to stay? Do you have to go? Let us know.
I can hang. I'm
You can
definitely
hang?
ready to
Love
talk
it.
more Funko.
Awesome.
Love it.
Yeah, let's
do
hang
it.
out.
Let's do it.
So we'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more Funko. We'll also maybe do some Netflix and
I
Spill.
have more questions for this man.
We definitely have more questions for Sully.
We also just want him to get in on the topics.
Okay.
We also
perfect.
just want him to hang out. 'Cause,
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
hang out.
what a
Yeah.
lot of people don't know is Sully is part of the population. He's in the Facebook group. He hangs out. He
Sully is a
comments on
dope
stuff.
dude.
Like
Yeah.
he's awesome. He's
Yeah.
part of us.
Yeah.
So it's incredible just to have him back on the show. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. So guys, we're gonna come back right after this. Still joined by Sully. Guys, stay tuned. Plenty more popping off right after this.
It's Poppin' Off.
So for all the cult classic fans out there, Pete, what you're telling me is that when you were in high school, you were actually taught the Deedly-Dee of the Leprechaun 1 movie. And any of you cult classic people out there, you know what I'm talking about.
With Jennifer Aniston. You didn't think I was gonna pull that, did
Listen, we can't go there.
I've got all 8 Leprechaun movies.
On a moment of pure weakness and awesomeness, I watched the entire thing all the way through on Hulu. It was amazing.
Shout out to Hulu.
Yeah, shout out to all the Deedly-Deers out there.
Yo, twist.
Watch live on the FNTSY YouTube stream. It's Poppin' Off.
Why do I like Suicide
No,
Squad?
why don't you like Suicide?
Oh, I can answer that in one word. Trash.
Anything in particular, Pete? What didn't you like? Tell us what you didn't like.
Like it was crap.
He's just not answering. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. It's like he doesn't have an opinion. I mean, tell us how you really feel.
I don't
We're
get it.
sitting on air just
It's
waiting
just like,
to say
it's just-
something.
you can't find a reason he doesn't like it. It doesn't make sense.
All I see is Pete just going.
It could be my ghetto connection too. Thanks, Holly Weird. We're not gonna get a sponsor from Spectrum. You're crap too.
Watch live on the FNTSY YouTube stream.
Danny Otto! Danny Otto! I just got very upset at Danos during the commercial break. He turned and goes, "Who is this?"
No, I didn't. I said that's a badass pop.
That is not what you said. He turns to me and goes, "Who is this?" And I went, "It's Steve from season 2 of Stranger Things." He goes, "Who?" Oh, it's Steve!
Why? I know who Steve is my favorite character.
Tim Pratt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Sean. I'm so sorry that we interrupted the inn. I absolutely agree. It was an incredible inn, but we were arguing during the commercial break.
Oh, no,
I got
that's important,
very
too.
upset. Welcome back into Poppin' Off. I am Danny Otto. Joining with me tonight, it's the one, the only Danos.
Hey, how are you? I watch Stranger Things.
50 Shades of Grey.
And how are you? Good day. Good day.
Joining with us all the way from Washington, it's Sully from Funko.
What's up, fanatics?
So, Sully, I guess being that just happened over the commercial break, have you had a chance to watch season 3 of Stranger Things yet?
I binged it day 1 because I can't stand spoilers.
Yeah.
And I knew going in,
Yes.
SDCC,
That's my
they'd be
boy.
everywhere, so
Yeah.
This is
I
why
finished it.
Sully is part of
That's
the
my
population.
boy. That's my boy.
Because he understands
Spoilers
things.
are the bane of my
He
existence.
understands why things are important.
That's my boy. I'm watching it all tomorrow, buddy.
All of it tomorrow? Let me
of
tell
it.
you the ending. Hold on.
You didn't even get to the end yet.
I will strangle it.
So, Sully, I have to ask this then. If you had to pick a single Stranger Things pop, whether you own or not, what would be the coolest one you think that has come out for Stranger Things so far?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm gonna change my camera angle just slightly to see if you can see my top shelf.
Jesus God.
It probably keeps
Look at
going.
it.
It probably
Keeps
keeps
on
going.
going.
Yeah.
Wow.
A few Stranger
Amazing.
Things items up there.
Amazing.
I'm a huge fan of the. There's a Freddy Funko as Steve that was given out at
Really?
Fun Days last. I'm a big fan of that one, but I really like 11. The Levitating 11 from season 2 that we put out last year. That's one of my favorites as well.
That one's really cool.
Yeah.
From the
Yeah.
first season, I have to say it's 11 with the wig, the chase version of 11.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think that one's awesome. I was so excited when I finally was able to find that one and get that one.
Totally channeling E.T.
But my favorite is probably Steve from season 2, season 2, where he's holding the bat, the Hot Topic exclusive.
Yeah.
Yep. That was a great one. We had an SDCC exclusive too that the year it came out where it had with Steve. Nobody bought it. It was like one of the last ones on the shelf.
Yeah, I know.
And then he redeemed himself in season 2, and everybody wanted it all of a sudden.
Right.
Because
So
his character
it was a
became,
shared,
like, cool.
Yeah,
like,
it was a
super
shared
cool.
exclusive with Hot Topic. So like they had them all on the shelves, and I remember just buying one, going, "This is just a cool pop." So I bought one for $15, which is the normal shared exclusive rate for a single pop, and then I just watched it like not even slowly, just jump up in price when he became a fan favorite.
I was asking somebody about the pops, like a fanatic who was in the section of GameStop, and I go, "What's the most expensive pop?" And he goes, "If I had to, like, offhand, it's the Stan Lee ones that are signed by him, like, are the most like rare and exclusive."
Well, let's ask Sully.
But that's when you get. We'll definitely ask Sully. But that's when you get into the difference in autographed pops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there are single pops, autographed or not, that are way more expensive than those. But Sully, do you offhand and totally you can just estimate, you can guess.
Yeah,
stuff
just
like
how
that.
does it work?
Yeah, but what do you think are the most kind of the exclusive, the expensive pops in general?
Well, we actually have our app now that brings in the value, third market value of eBay sales. So you can actually look in there and you can sort things and look. I know offhand you're absolutely right that those Stan Lees are right at the top of the list. There were 10 silver and 10 gold. And I actually know a guy that won one of those years ago, and he's still sitting on it. I won't say his name because nobody needs to show up at his house unannounced.
That's right.
But there was also years ago there was a Clockwork Orange,
Yes.
12 pops, I believe,
You told me about that.
and those have sold on eBay for over $10,000 a piece.
What?
Yes. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I do not have those.
So
Wow.
Sully, when you panned up for Stranger Things, and we'll move off of Stranger Things really soon, but it's just downstairs in control. Our very own Sean was able to get this. It's the Baskin Robbins exclusive Scoops Ahoy Steve, which is absolutely incredible. Sadly, I do not have a Baskin Robbins rant, but I didn't see it when you panned up. Is this one that you have and you just didn't have on the thing, or do you not have a Baskin Robbins near you either?
I actually never got one of those.
Really?
I've been so busy with work, I haven't even had a chance to go to a Baskin Robbins to check and see. So I never got one. I'm kind of bummed about it.
You and I both need to find this.
Yeah.
I think if possible, I think we make this a mission of a Danny/Sully mission during New York City Comic Con. When you're here in our hometown during New York City Comic Con, I think you and I need to do a live stream of us trying to track down this pop for you and I.
I love
Did
it.
you just say?
By then it'll be old news. We'll be on to something else.
But I don't
Yeah,
care.
that's true.
I like all of the Steve pops. I was telling our Sean downstairs that I don't know, something about like the Steve pops. Like I don't have, like I said before, I don't really collect full lines of them.
Yeah.
But I'll pick and choose. But I seem to have always bought all of the Steve pops.
Yeah.
Just strangely enough, I have all of the Steve except for this one, the Scoops Ahoy one. And I finished season 3.
Wait, are you saying they sell it at Baskin Robbins? Did you say that?
It's a Baskin Robbins
Yeah.
You're
exclusive.
kidding me.
Yes.
They do. Oh my god.
Exclusive.
I don't have a Baskin Robbins near me. Otherwise, I would have been there the day of the opening of Baskin Robbins that day and just got it.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I need to find this one.
Yeah.
Well, just
Well,
in for
I'll look
control, Sully, we have all decided up here that maybe that will be a surprise that will be in the mail to you, good sir, since you don't have it. A little thank you to you for all that you do for Poppin' Off. So, maybe expect something.
Well,
I'm
all right,
sending
guys
you an
wanna
ice
have me on
cream
every
cone.
week?
Yeah.
We're gonna send it with
make
ice
it.
cream, and hopefully it gets to you soon enough before
It
the ice
won't
cream
make it.
destroy.
Seems doubtful.
Yes.
I'm an
Netflix and
inbox
Spill?
guy. There's gonna be a lot of tears shed.
Yeah.
See, I love, like, I'll keep my boxes safe, but I love taking the pops out of box. Like,
Yeah,
there's
that's
something
amazing.
about
I've knocked him down like 4
yeah,
times now.
there's something about the crazy detail that goes in, especially the newer ones. Like look, I'll put the newer Steve. This is from season 2, Steve. Season
what
2
I thought,
Simpsons.
yeah.
And then Homer from old series of Simpsons. There's something about the new detail, the incredible detail in the newer pops that you can only really appreciate it when you take it out of box. And I keep my boxes
evolution.
I keep my boxes pristine.
Well, I think it's because it's even smaller children with the smaller, tinier hands, and they can make the things more detailed. Is
the influence Japanese? The pops when they first came up with it.
That's a good question. Did it originate here?
Yeah.
Or where
Yes.
did it, Sully?
Did it?
Yes.
Here?
Well, the actual pop design did originate here. It started as a plush, and we were convinced, or Funko was convinced, to make it into a vinyl figure. But I think the inspiration was taken from Japanese toys. That art design.
Yeah, makes sense.
So
makes sense.
So Sully,
Well done.
I have to ask this because you are a collector first and a Funko employee second, which is very cool because there are a lot of people that are in jobs where it's just a job. And so that's why I can really appreciate
Like this one.
when we get a chance to talk to you, because you genuinely like the product, and it's not just I'm gonna sell this because it's my job. Like I'm
right.
talking about this because it's my job. It's not that I think it's cool.
Right.
Now, so I trust your opinion with things, but what is an older Funko that you like versus a newer Funko you like? Because, like I said, I held up Stranger Things Season 2 Steve, and I held up an old Homer. I love the old Homer, and I love the newer Steve.
You
Like
need
I
an
love
old school and a new school.
Right. So, can you narrow it down to an old school you love and a new school you love, or is it one versus the other? Like, how is it for you? Because I know you're a huge Funko fan in general.
Yeah. I started collecting in 2011, and when I started collecting, all the pops had the same basic. We call it the superhero pose with the arms out to the side. They were all very blocking.
Right. Yep.
Male or female, that same basic vibe to them. And I really dig that, to be honest with you. I love the way the artwork has evolved over the years. The artists at Funko are some of the best in the world. They're amazing at what they do. But we just, for SDCC, if you look on your list again there, one of them is Ultraman. And if you'll notice, Ultraman has that OG style. And when I saw that, I thought, you know what? This is something I really dig. I would love, this is not confirmation of anything, but I would love to see some of the newer lines include that retro art style. And it's funny to call it retro when that was the style just 6 years ago, but
That's
but it is
retro, yeah.
already.
Yeah.
I really dug it. So I would love to see some more of that included in our current lines, because I just really dug that. To me, that was what the core of Funko collecting was about when I first got into it. And for other fanatics, it's more about like the old wacky wobblers. To them, the pops are the new things.
Right.
But I never got in at that stage. I started with pop, and that'll always mean something to me.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So Sully, we have to go to commercial break. Do you mind if we keep you for one more segment? I don't want to take your whole night, I promise. But can we keep?
I'm here for you.
Awesome.
Let's take his whole night.
So, so we'll unpack a little bit more coming out after this. We do have to do a little bit of trending.
Yeah.
My favorite Florida story.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Typical.
do that. Sully will be able to
Florida
experience that while we have him. We'll do that too. But I also have a very special surprise that Sully will be able to help us talk about how cool it actually is. So guys, play the music. We're coming to break. We're going to break.
We're doing it.
There we go.
There it is.
No worries. All right, guys, we'll be back right after this with more Sully, with hashtag trending, like I said, we got a surprise. We've got more Sully. We got the Florida Man story. So much to look forward to right after this quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be back right after this with more Poppin' Off.
It's Poppin' Off.
There's this one Starbucks that Pete always walks to. I walked to it with him. It's a nice Starbucks. His cup said Keith. I went back and listened to the audio, and he just kept going, hey, Keith.
I get it. I don't know. I wouldn't think that I sound clear, but I know that I sound like I have peanut butter in my mouth, so like, whatever.
Unattractive male first name in the English language.
Keith. Watch live on the FNTSY YouTube stream. It's Poppin' Off.
Andrew Yang, we are going to be pulling an interview with him. He's a presidential nominee or candidate right now for 2020. He's campaigning at Comic-Con. He's trying to get the first presidential candidate ever to be at a Comic-Con. He comes from a tech background. He's into Marvel. So one of the things I want to do, we are going to be recruiting all kinds of Marvel costumed cosplayers. Mr. Yang, if you watch this, we're going to put you to the test. We're going to be pulling all kinds of Marvel superheroes that are dressed up. You've got to guess them.
Watch live on the FNTSY YouTube stream.
Welcome back into Poppin' Off. I am Danny Otto. Joining with me tonight, it's the one, the only, Danos.
The one and only. You heard him.
Also, as always, Fitch says Greg.
Isn't this like the Steve Miller Band or something?
I have no idea. Guess again?
Guess again's the name of the band, or
No, it's the Steve something band. It doesn't matter.
Do you want to tell us?
What
in
is it,
control?
Sean?
'Cause he doesn't know.
It's the Doobie Brothers Band.
That's what I was gonna say.
Joining with us all the way from Washington, it's Sully from Funko.
Lies.
There he is.
What's up, everybody?
Oh! That's another one of the ones I really like.
I got him.
Yeah. He'll be all right.
Batman with the San Diego Comic-Con
That's
bag.
cool, though, right?
Ah! The Batman with the San Diego bag.
Who's the bird?
I kind of need that one for the set.
Toucan.
Oh.
I kind of
The
need.
official mascot, SDCC, the toucan.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
He's wearing a little SDCC shirt.
That's so
I
cool.
love
So
it.
you come out with an Edward Gorey Pops line, and I'm in. All right, I'm in.
You know, at this point, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Before every license on the planet gets done. You just have to be patient.
Dude,
So-
Sully, when I first started the show, they were like, name something that you think that hasn't been done.
I remember when we did that. And you
I
named like three things.
I did, because I thought for sure, got him. And you were like, nope, they'd have that. They have that. Anyways, what are you going to say, buddy?
So here's what I want to do. So, like I teased before the break, I do have a surprise, and for somebody in this room, and Sully, I think he's gonna know what it is instantly. Sadly, Sully's not in this room, so it's not for him. But I think he's gonna know instantly what it is. It is for somebody in this room. It's a very special thing, but it has to do with Funko, and that's why I'm happy Sully's on while we can display it. So give me 1 second, Greg. Why don't you talk so that I can move off camera?
What is going on?
Go to Greg.
Nothing. It's just going to
Greg.
take like 2 seconds. You just have to look at me while he does this because he gets all weirded
I
out.
always look at you.
No, I know, and I always, but I know, but he just always gets weirded out when he's
All right.
trying to like surprise.
All right,
Here
I got it.
goes.
I
Here
know.
goes.
I'm one of those people that likes to give away
goes.
like presents more than like
I like-
receiving presents and stuff.
Although
So-
Danos gives a lot of presents.
Yeah,
So-
here's the thing. I'm not good at taking presents. Like
I
receiving.
know
is
you're
really
not
good.
going to be real good about this. That's the hint. Anyway, so it was somebody's birthday before 4th of July,
Yep.
Phase 4.
and he was not here. So I realized you don't have a lot of Funkos,
I have 2. That's a lot.
and
like
and
Sully.
so this is
Just like
this is
Sully.
a very special Funko that I was able to obtain at a certain time, and I thought there was nobody better to gift this to than you for your birthday. So I got this. It's Yellow
look at it?
Lantern.
Oh
Batman.
my God.
It's a Fugitive Toys exclusive.
Fugitive Toys.
Fugitive Toys exclusive.
Does Sully even have this one?
Sully, do you have this one?
I do.
Oh!
Wow.
But you know
this
you're
is
just
cool.
You know you're just encouraging him. to go
It's
buy
over.
more.
I think it's over. It's over. I'm not holding out anymore.
It's what we do here.
We're enablers.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Do you know what I that's from the line of like the alternate universe Batmans, right?
Yellow
There's, like,
Lantern.
It was actually it came
so
out.
there's,
And
like
it was,
the laughing Batman who has like the metal across his face. Is that this from the
well,
same
not the pop line release, but yes, in the comic book release
from that
yes.
arc?
Was it called Blackest Night? The Green Lantern. What was it called?
No,
Where
the-
they all had different colors.
I don't know.
The dark? No, I don't remember.
Oh my God.
No.
But Sully, do you? I don't think I knew you personally when this one came out because this was a New York City Comic Con, not exclusive, but it was a Fugitive Toys came out with it during New York City Comic Con.
Yeah, I mean, I've been collecting Fugitive for years, and they've always been really good about putting them up online for purchase. So I'll run and grab those as soon as they put anything up. I've done they have their mystery boxes. I always get in on. I still do it. I still order from them.
All right, it's finished. I'm officially, as of tonight, a collector.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I know.
Don't do it.
All right.
Megatron, we're sorry.
Yeah.
We apologize.
I'm gonna have to break up with her.
Apologize to Megatron.
I have to break up with her now. Yeah. I'm gonna have to break up with her. Get rid of my cat. What
Yeah, you
else?
just keep the cat. The cats are fine with Pops.
You know, I'd rather buy Pops and feed the cat.
Oh.
So.
Oh my.
Thanks, Sully.
Now animals are dying. Now animals are starving to death. All right.
This is crazy.
So, Sully, you're here. I want you to be part of this.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Sean, I hope you're ready downstairs. It's a very important time in the show.
Yep.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Sully, are you ready?
Let's do it.
It's a Florida story of the night.
Oh.
Boom. Boom. Oh. Ah.
It's just this.
Everything
that shouldn't be the sound.
goes to crap.
Just snorting mouth.
Yeah.
Right.
Play a banjo. Play a banjo. Who knows how to play a banjo?
For it, Danny.
Bro.
Florida story of the
All
night.
right,
Let's
all right.
go.
So, you got it?
Oh,
Go for it.
What is that? It's the Florida Man Story of the Week. Welcome to my house, baby, take control.
Okay, here we go.
Is that Flo Rida?
It is.
It is.
Flo Rida.
But he changes the tempo of it, and it just freaks me out. Like it's like what I would hear in a nightmare or fever dream type of thing. Yeah, right there. That tempo shift freaks me out. The key change tempo shift. Yeah, it freaks me out. All right, let's fade that out. I don't want to hear that
freaks me
anymore.
out.
Anyway, so we have a JPEG set for this one, and like I said, I encourage everybody in the population, and Sully especially, if you get any Florida man stories or Florida woman stories, definitely post them. We will definitely read them. Floridian stories, we will definitely post them. I am doing like the all-star versions. Like I found an awesome like list of just like the last 8 years worth of stories. It's like the best ofs. So of the best ofs tonight, we have Florida man dances on patrol car to escape vampires.
Yeah.
And we have a JPEG set.
Yeah.
There's actually a 7-minute video that accompanies this.
Sure.
Where he was apparently approached by a woman with fangs, and I put that in quotation marks because that was a direct quote from him.
Yeah.
And he felt it necessary to get on top of the sheriff's car and do a very weird dance to get attention.
Wow.
To get attention or to ward the vampire away?
Yeah.
A
Did he
little
know
from column
something?
A, a little from column B.
Huh.
I feel like he knew something we didn't.
Yeah.
And he was like, this dance wards vampires away.
But he was 3
Might be
feet away
Gangnam
from another
Style.
vehicle.
He was
He was just 3 feet away from another vehicle that was not a cop car.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. The cop car's taller.
I kind of like that story. I like anything musical. I like. So, I mean, that would work here in New York.
There wasn't so much music that was unless it was in his head.
I'm thinking it was in his head.
Must have been the Running Man.
Yeah. Yes.
That was a cute one. I like that. No meth involved in that one? Probably there was.
Well,
Probably.
yeah. Bath
So rare.
salts. That one was bath
Nothing
salts.
on record as what was involved. But we
Oh.
just know that he was in charge of warding off the vampires.
I wish there was video of him. It looks like he's.
There's a
Oh, there
7-minute
is.
video that accompanies this article.
I wonder if it's tap dance that he's into or
It's
like
a very
modern.
Watch it.
It's a very strange
I will
dance.
watch it. Yeah.
You should check it out.
Yeah.
Sully, if you'd like, I'll send you the link. We all know in the population I'm not going to post it, but Sully, I will do that for you. I will send you the link if you would really like to. See
Sully,
the
that's
video.
probably an easy pop to make too, right?
Just a cop car and a guy dancing on top of it.
I bet the licensing's cheap.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's got bail to pay. He needs it.
Yeah. He's just gonna want a dime bag.
Yeah.
So moving on with our hashtag trending stories. So there was actually really cool photos taken of a tortoise who is 187 years old.
Oh my God.
So we have side by side photos taken from 1886.
Oh my
and
God,
thi-
he
and
changed
this year.
color.
Yeah, he changed from black and white to color. Because if you don't know this, the past was actually black and white. Everything. And then we kind of progressed in the color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was 1886, and this is today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Same tortoise.
Hasn't aged a day.
Right?
Doesn't look a day over 186.
We should get a pop of that for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Giant 187-year-old tortoise.
I wonder what her name is.
I'm sure it's in the article. I did not. Oh, Jonathan. It's a guy.
Her name is Jonathan.
It's a guy.
Oh, it's a
Why
guy.
are you saying her name is Jonathan?
I named my female pug Ben.
You thought it was Donatello or something?
You know. Oh, those are toys that Pete gives away.
No, he gave me Leonardo.
I know he gave
you
you
very
Leonardo. I know.
All right. So the last story for trending that I am super excited about, and not because I want to try it, because I feel like I have to try it, is PBR has come, and this is real. This isn't a joke article. PBR, who makes crappy, cheaper beer,
Yeah.
wants you to start the day with them, and to disguise it, instead of saying, "Oh, start the day with beer," they're making a brand of alcoholic coffee.
Interesting.
And they're calling it, quote, hard coffee. So it's PBR PBR hard coffee.
See, alcoholic coffee would have been a better name.
They're calling it hard.
Because that's who's buying it.
Hard coffee.
Alcoholics.
I feel like people drink this now because it is getting trendy.
Oh yeah, it's PBR is
Yeah.
hipster beer for sure.
Right.
You go to Brooklyn, they're charging $12 for a can of PBR.
Are they
Yeah.
really?
Yes.
Well, that was like a 4-pack. Anything in a 4-pack costs like $7-8 per beer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
So
like,
a
I
4-pack?
am so sorry if you're a PBR fan or anything like that. But
No, I am not, and this is not helping the case.
oh, okay, good. But here's the thing.
I'm not jumping on the bandwagon now.
Here's the thing. It's a 4-pack, and I feel it necessary that we have to try this. And the fact that I know you're gonna be here for New York City Comic Con kind of leads me to the fact that I think we're gonna have to buy a 4-pack. The three of us here are gonna try the three of them, and then there's gonna be one left. And there is somebody else here, happens to be named Sully, that I think is gonna have to get the fourth one.
Will you drink it, Sully? Can you drink it? That's a yes.
I'll try just about anything once. Why not?
We'll make up some eggs and some pancakes or something.
We'll have a breakfast.
We'll have a breakfast. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll
I'm down
have
for
you.
that.
How about this? We'll have you come in studio.
Absolutely.
We'll have breakfast for dinner, and we'll all have a PBR
Oh, I love breakfast
coffee
for dinner.
and like scrambled eggs, bacon, and pancakes.
Yeah.
PBR Brenner.
PBR.
Brinner. We'll have Brinner,
Brinner.
with PBR for our drink.
I love it.
We're
That should
definitely
be on
doing
the
that.
Florida Man story. PBR is Florida. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
No, it's way too hipster to be Florida. Shut up,
Now
Sean.
it is.
Shut up, Sean.
Now it is.
So I want to backtrack to one story from Netflix and Spill. I know we didn't really get a chance to talk Netflix and
Okay.
Spill.
Okay.
Sully, Bill and Ted, fan, mega fan, not fan at all. How do you feel about Bill and Ted?
Mega fan.
Mega fan.
Mega fan. I
And
grew
so-
up with Bill and Ted. Hell yeah.
And so, mega fan of this new movie.
Yeah, how do you feel about the third?
I'm ready. Let's do it. I mean, if it's no good, then whatever. But
Yeah.
I'm hopeful.
Right.
I
agree
think
with that.
I think it's gonna be good because I mean, I think they're gonna make it. they're gonna give us what we want.
But Sully makes a good point because, like, I still love all the other Indiana Jones movies.
You don't like the newest one, though,
Crystal
right?
Skull didn't make me go, oh, well, I don't like any of the other ones now. That's what he's saying, which is very true.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
I love these comments online. I see you're ruining my childhood. No. That's still there.
Yeah.
Just ignore the thing you don't like and enjoy the things you did. It's
Exactly.
easy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you.
Exactly.
So
I need to delete my comment now. I'm kidding. That wasn't me.
No.
So, but what's really cool is we're starting to get leaked photos because they've already started filming.
Yeah, last Monday in Hollywood.
So we're starting to get leaked photos of this, and we actually have a JPEG set of this, of some of the shots from Bill and Ted right now. There we go. So now we know that we have the classic phone booth from the original Bill and Ted's.
Wow.
There was some more. This is from a TMZ article. But in the TMZ article, they actually had photos of, I believe, some of the people that they might meet during their time travel. Like, I think there was a Gandhi one.
Okay.
And there's a lot of, like, we don't know the details. The only thing we know for sure is that it does take place in their version of the future where they have not come up with that song that's supposed to make...
So you know that already.
We know the information that they have not come up with that famous song that's supposed to make world
Save the
peace
world,
and everything.
There's one thing I know about this film, too, that there's going to be a pop line.
Yes.
Of
But
toys.
that leads me to my question. Sully.
See?
No, I'm not going to ask you if there's going to be a pop line or not because I feel like there will be because there already has been. But my question is, what would you like to see? Like, do you want to see a deluxe with them inside the phone booth? Like maybe an oversized, like almost like a TARDIS where we had like the oversized TARDIS and we could maybe...
I don't think you can say TARDIS anymore.
No, it's tortoise. Jeez. Yeah.
But
unbelievable.
Anything that you would like to see for this that we haven't had with the classic Bill and Ted movies, like that you would want to see as far as a pop line?
Updated sculpts of the guys would be awesome, but I mean, once we see what's really in the movie, then I think that dictates the line.
Yeah,
sometimes those studios will work with our artists in advance so that the pops can come out in conjunction with the film. So that might be kind of cool if some of the main characters drop then. But
yeah,
I know their daughters are supposed to be in the film, so that might be cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yep.
This movie is going to blow it up, too. This movie is going to...
very excited for this movie. Yeah. But so Sully, this kind of and this could be one of those things where you blink once for yes and two for no or something like that.
He's not going to do that.
So it got announced that
if you announce it on air, he's not going to do it.
Rick and Morty's Pops, the San Diego shared exclusives for Rick and Morty are going to have to do with season 4 of Rick and Morty. So they couldn't release them yet. Now, I believe a week from Tuesday, they said, so like very soon, Tuesday, after the weekend, they're going to actually show us this. They're not going to show us the silhouettes or anything like that. Do you have any hints? Like, do you know what these characters are already? Or are you keeping yourself in the dark on purpose for season 4 of Rick and Morty?
I might have accidentally seen what they are.
Really?
I'll take it to my grave.
Attaboy. You knew he was
Oh,
going to
wait,
do
I
that.
thought he blinked
He
right
has
there.
to
Wait,
do
did he
that.
blink?
He did blink once.
Yeah,
He has to do it.
He did blink once.
Yeah.
he did. I saw that.
I'm not breaking the code of silence. We only have a week left to find out. I mean,
Right.
you
Week
can
left,
wait a
right.
week.
But
Good
the,
Lord.
the thing is, I don't know if he was blinking once because he was blinking or he was blinking once to say yes.
No, he
knows.
was just blinking.
I think there's dust in his
I have really bad allergies. So.
Yeah.
So here, and we're almost out of time. But I wanted to ask. So, with all the huge Marvel lines that have come out, or the Marvel movies, and I guess by extension the Marvel lines, has there been a pop that you really want to see that isn't like giving us a secret or anything like that, but from the movies, like from Endgame or from Infinity War, that you really want to see that hasn't come out yet? Has there been something that like, hey guys, we should make this, and it just hasn't been made?
Flat Scarlett Johansson.
There's There's been a lot over the years. When we started the lines, or when Funko started the lines for the Marvel films, there weren't many for each of the films. And at one of the Emerald City Comic Cons, I think 2 years ago, we went back and we did early Captain America in like the leather with the shield that was shaped differently. It wasn't the symbol. And I really dug that. I would love to see more pops from the early films. Like you could go to the first Iron Man and make the villain, Obadiah or whatever his name was.
Yeah,
You could
Jebediah.
make,
Jeff Daniels. That's his name.
Yeah,
Jeff Daniels' character. There you go. Yeah, but you could go back and do ones like that, which there's so many that you could pull from with that new art style that would be just truly amazing. I know the fans ask repeatedly for a new Scarlet Witch. So that would be something I think would be amazing.
I
What
meant
most people
Jeff
don't
Bridges.
realize is it's not just our decision either. You know, Marvel weighs in on this and has opinions on it. So
True.
for those who think we're just ignoring the Scarlet Witch thing, it may be beyond our control.
So, Sully, we got to go to break. I got Sean yelling in my ear. I promise. But the last thing I want to say is I will just come out and say this. As a Funko fan, I am dying for Iron Man unmasked with the Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet.
Whoa.
Now, it didn't get announced for San Diego Comic-Con, so I'm really, really hoping.
Did you see his grin? I saw his grin right there before we cut out, and I can tell it's being made right now.
I am
there it is.
really hoping that it gets announced for New York City Comic Con. Like, I don't know how I'll get it, but I'll make sure that I get that. Because Iron Man and Spider-Man are pretty much my two favorite Marvel characters of all time.
And do you have either on the table there?
Behind the helmet, but go to commercial. Go to commercial.
I have Tony Stark holding the Iron Man helmet right over here.
There we go.
That's true. Yep.
From Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yep.
And I actually have the original Avengers Iron Man, and I have the light up Iron Man, and I have a bunch of Iron Mans actually. Anyway, guys, we got a commercial break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna wrap everything up with Sully, and then we're gonna go to break. All right, stay tuned. We're popping off after this.
Yeah.
It's Poppin' Off.
Joining with us in studio, we have Tom Payne from Walking Dead. You got real socked in the face.
I mean, the show is very, very in your face. It's very like roughhousey and ain't no stuntmen hanging around. Everyone on the show just jumps in and gets involved, and that was my rude awakening to the show, being chased around a field by Norman and then him grabbing me and punching me in the face. And there's a saying that everyone hears when they first join, which is "Welcome to the Walking Dead," and it's always said in this kind of like, "You're just joined a cult. Welcome to the Walking Dead."
Watch live on the FNTSY YouTube stream. It's Poppin' Off.
An Aspen ski resort offers Dumb and Dumber vacation package.
Yes!
Yes! How awesome is this?
Yes!
If they gave us the two tuxedos, I would totally go.
They give you the tuxedos, they give you everything. They also like fly you in. They try to like recreate the fact that you drove around in Lamborghinis and you flew in private jets and that whole thing. So it's a great idea.
Do they have a girl named Mary that you're constantly bumping into?
No.
Watch live on the FNTSY YouTube stream.
I had to slide off camera so I could actually prove to Sully that I had Tony Stark holding the Iron Man helmet from Spider-Man Homecoming.
Was that in your pocket or was it off camera?
It was off camera. I actually had it over the shelf over there. So, but welcome back into Poppin' Off. I am Danny Otto. Joining with me tonight is #Danos.
Hi, learning a lot about these guys
50
tonight.
Shades of Greg.
Hello.
All the way from Washington. I almost said from LA. All the way from Washington. It's the one, the only Sully.
What's up, everybody?
So,
This is my favorite SDCC exclusive.
That's awesome. And it makes me sad.
Yeah, and it makes me sad. I'm crying.
Yeah. If you don't cry in the first 10 minutes of Up, you have no soul.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like if you were to start dating a girl, a great way to find out if she's absolutely crazy is to watch that movie with her. If she's just like, "What are you crying about?" You're gonna be like, "Get out of here."
So,
you
Sully,
psycho.
I know, and this is, we don't have a lot of time, so I wanted to ask this question because, like I said, I've said over and over again, I know you're a Funko fan first and then a Funko employee second, which is awesome. That's why I like to ask you questions, and I really like having you on the show because it's really cool to kind of hear somebody who actually loves the product that they're a part of. Like, it's awesome. You don't see that every day.
Yeah.
And it really is cool. So we get to ask you like really cool questions. So I really like the original Avengers Funkos. I don't have a lot of them. I don't have Captain America. I don't have the Hulk. I don't have Black Widow.
Basically all the Avengers, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
But I did get Nick Fury, which I love. I love the original Nick
Not
Fury.
an Avenger, part of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And I got the original Thor. Those are the only original
that one.
Avengers ones. But do you have those? Or are those like, were those the important ones? Or what Marvel Funkos were the most important ones for you to get? Did you get an entire line, or were you picking and choosing kind of in the Marvel universe, like which ones you liked better? Like what did you go after?
I don't think I ever completed a whole line, but I'm nearly Captain America complete.
Really?
And I've got that original line with Cap and Iron Man and Thor, but I don't have Nick Fury. I always wanted that one, and I didn't get it. But yeah, I've always been more of a Cap and Iron Man guy. So when those come out, I always pick those up.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to get those.
Are you ever going to get any signed, or do you have them signed? Are you going to take it to that next level?
I've got probably 20 or 25 signed at this point.
damn.
I started taking them. I got Stan Lee to sign 2 of them.
Oh,
Wow.
Years ago. Because I didn't want to mess around. Like I knew that was something I really wanted to have. And I've taken them to a few cons where I've met some of my favorite celebrities. I actually got Jeremy Renner's first autograph on a pop at a con. He was doing his first con in Houston, and I went. And he took his Sharpie and went to sign it, and I guess he hadn't started the Sharpie. So it just did that really sad silhouette of a signature on the front.
Wow.
He kind of looked at me, and he's like, "What should I do?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then he just turned it and got a new pen and signed on the side. So I have 2 autographs from Renner on the same pop.
Oh, that's awesome.
Speaking of autographs, that's really
awesome.
funny. I don't think we ever mentioned this, and we definitely don't have the JPEG for it. When we were at the New York City Toy Fair, I had an opportunity to talk to Sully we talked for over an hour. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Your booth there was incredible, but you had a giant Hulk pop statue. And there was a signature on the back of it. So can you quickly tell that? So we don't have a lot of time, but that was like probably my favorite story was how that signature came about on the back of this Hulk pop statue. So can you tell us that really quick?
It seems like no matter what con we've gone to over the last 2 or 3 years, Michael Rooker, who played Yondu in the MCU, will stop by the booth. He's a fan of the products. He collects any figures of him. And he stopped in the booth several times. And one time he walks in and we had that giant Hulk from Thor Ragnarok, the Gladiator Hulk.
Yep.
And he just picks a Sharpie up off the counter, leans over and signs the back shoulder of Hulk. And we're like, what are you doing? And we're like, that's not even your character. He goes, I'm in the MCU. It doesn't matter. And then just walks off. So we were like, okay, rock on. Whatever you want to do, Rooker, it's your dream.
Wow.
That's true,
Your
though,
world.
right?
It was an awesome story. And
great.
I mean, to see the autograph there, I mean, it's all true. It's awesome.
Yeah. It is.
He's a lot of fun. He always stops by and he's really cool with all the employees.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
That's awesome.
That is.
I know for photos. He's just great. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
There's a few of those guys that we'll see him at multiple cons and they're always great.
They should make a Mary Poppins Michael Rooker pop.
I have seen people make custom versions of that where they
Yeah.
take Yondu's head and put it on
That's
the Mary
hilarious.
Poppins body.
He would love that, I'm sure.
It's awesome. There's some really cool custom Funkos out there that people will put together. They'll make on their own and stuff like that.
I've seen some of them, like at the Big Apple Comic Con I went to. People made pops and they put them on the ground and they just fall over. So there's a balance issue that needs to be met too.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Sully, we're almost out of time for tonight, sadly. But we all wanted to take the opportunity to say thank you so much for taking the time to be here. I mean, you stayed for the whole episode. We didn't know for sure if you were going to want to stay. The last thing I wanted to say, and I know the guys downstairs are going to yell at me, and I promise I'll be really quick, is it got announced because Conan O'Brien does really cool stuff with San Diego Comic-Con. Because the Conan O'Brien show is out of California now. Used to be out of New York, but now is out of California. So they do a lot of stuff with San Diego Comic-Con. So, Sully, how much of a hands-on process does Funko have with Conan when they do the exclusive Conan pops? Because these things are really cool, and I've never won a contest. I've tried to win the contest where you enter your email and you get selected to receive a Conan Pop. But all of these are really cool. But how much do you guys have in that discussion with Conan O'Brien, with the Conan O'Brien show, and like selecting what line they're gonna use for the Conan San Diego Comic-Con exclusives?
That's another one of those things I haven't been closely involved in, but as you can imagine, I mean, Conan's people have some ideas. There are certain licenses that are hot at the time, like for the ones that were just announced, you know, the new It films coming out, Toy Story 4 is real big, so some of those make perfect sense.
I bet.
But you know, they probably dream of some that don't get made.
Yes.
We have to work with the licensors to make sure that they're cool with the use of it with Conan. So I don't know of any specific ones, but I'm sure there are quite a few that have been turned down over the years.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have now? So last question, I promise, and I know we have to go. But last question: do you have any of the Conan Pops? Is that something you collect?
Yeah, I started going before I worked at Funko as a fan. I've always gone to SDCC since 2012, and I went to some of the earlier Conan ones and traded for those pops. So I have the Batman and a couple of the others from the early years.
Do you have the
I think I've
Ghostbusters
got
one?
8 or 9. Yeah, I do have the Ghostbusters.
Ah, that's one of the like older ones that I really think is awesome.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, dude, thank you so
Those are
much
fun.
for being here, Sully. I mean, really, man, you don't have to do this, and we really appreciate it. Thank you so much, man.
Hey, you guys are great. I always enjoy talking to you, and especially to Fanatics. So this is fun. You guys, anytime you want, if I can, I will.
Thanks, buddy.
Awesome.
I'm hooked now. Great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You've
thanks,
made
Sully.
another fanatic.
Thanks,
But,
Sully.
Sully, thank you so much. We do have to run, but thank you so much. And hopefully, when you're here for New York City Comic Con, we can A, go into the booth, but B, maybe pull you into the studio for the first time.
Oh, that'd be great.
We're always
Would love
trying
that.
to get him
That'd
in
be
studio.
great.
And we
Yeah.
promise, if you come in studio, we will have breakfast for dinner.
Yeah.
And we will have the Paps hard coffee.
Coffee thing. Yeah.
All of that awaits you if you come in studio with us.
That's too
I
tempting.
would love to make it happen. Let's try it. It would be fun.
All right,
Awesome.
buddy.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, bud.
Have a great San Diego Comic-Con. We will definitely keep in touch and see. I'd love to get like your review and recap of San Diego Comic-Con afterwards, and we'll go from there.
Just give me like a month to recover afterwards, and
Yeah.
it's game on.
All right.
After I catch up on all that sleep I miss out on.
Deal.
Exactly.
Deal. We'll let you catch up on sleep, but then after that, you'll break down everything for us. Thank you so
We'll
much.
talk soon, dude.
All right, guys. That's it. We're out of time. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. We will be back here Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, for our normal great night of fun.
There's probably a lot of info for that as well.
Guys, have a great night. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.